Hi guys, welcome back. It's Haley. Today we're gonna update my March reading journal spread and then make a monthly spread for April. Now I didn't read a lot in March. I read only 2 books because I was really busy this month. I was just kind of in the throes of like starting my YouTube channel, editing videos, and then I also started an Etsy store where I am making and selling some Kindle inserts. They're just like digital downloads that you can download and print and put into like a clear Kindle case. So that took a lot of time, just like designing, creating those, and then getting started with my Etsy page, and then a lot of time consumed with my YouTube channel, just making videos, making journal spreads, and editing and uploading all the content things. I did end up putting at the bottom of the spread just like a little reflection just to write about the month and why I only read 2 books. Just something that will be nice to look back on and like, oh yeah, I had a slower month, but this is why. Because I was busy doing all these new things. So that'll be fun to look back on. Yeah. I made this spread in like a YouTube short where it's kind of different than what I would normally do with this like collaged sort of design, but trying to experiment more with my journal. I'm trying to use and reach out and use some supplies that I wouldn't normally reach for, just to branch out and try new things, and that's how you improve. So just added in those butterfly stamps just to fill in some of those gaps, and then going back and updating my series tracker. Some of the ones that I updated were actually books that I just finished in the month of April. And then updating my monthly rating stats for March. I am kind of tracking my star ratings for this year and the averages, doing that instead of like a book log that I did last year, just because that was really time consuming. And then updated book bingo with the one-word title for Hollow that I read, and then just printing out some extra book covers here so I can fill in. I realized I could use H for Hollow for the alphabet challenge, and then book of the month, even though I don't really think any of these deserve book of the month. Out of both of them, I gave Six Scorched Roses a higher score, so that's going in for March. Then next we will jump into making the April spread. So this April spread was actually pretty difficult for me. I had this idea in my head of this kind of more grungy type of scene that I wanted to make. And so I experimented on another page with some watercolors, trying to make this dripped effect, and it just did not work out how I intended. So you'll see me like kind of flip back to that a couple times, and then ultimately I decided that I was tired of looking at it, so I just taped the page together to the back of this spread, so that I didn't have to look at it anymore. And then I had this idea to use this window kind of cardstock stencil from, it was actually the packaging from a set of stickers that I got, and I cut it out and then decided it would look cool to use as like a window. and then stuck that scene behind it. So it looks like you're peering out the window to this pretty water garden type of scene. And it actually does go pretty well with a book theme from one of the books that I finished this month. So, because there is like a water garden in one of the scenes. So, yeah. And then just looking through, you'll see me change this a lot and like peel things up, move things around. I was really trying to bring out some of the colors that were in that scene to the rest of the spread by trying to add in some more green tones. So I tried it with like some butterflies and some other stickers and things. So you'll see that kind of come together later on here, as I kind of piece things together, peel things up, add more stuff. Yeah, I go through a lot of different things. This was quite the process for this spread, but I do really like how it came together. So I will check back in with you guys towards the end. So here I remembered that I had these really cool Baroque letters, so I thought that would be perfect to kind of make this a little bit more of like a fantasy style of a book spread. So here I am going through and pulling out all of the A's, the R's, and the B's, so that way I can write my title as either April Reads or April Books. So I do end up changing this from what I initially put down with like the red letter. I do save that, but I ended up going with a different color. And I'm sure that you will be shocked to know that I end up taking these butterflies off and not even using them in my spread. So this is like the first journal spread I've made all year that doesn't have a single butterfly. Forgot I tried to add in some cherry blossoms. And while I liked the stickers and it kind of went with this kind of Japanese lantern theme with the cherry blossoms, I ended up not really liking how shiny the stickers were compared to the rest of the stuff I have on here. So I ended up um, kind of bagging that idea, and I do end up, instead of adding like these little vine stickers, which you'll see me put down, I do end up pulling those up and just leaving it and deciding to move on to the next page and finish that first before I go back and decide what else to put on this page, just because I wanted to make sure that it was pretty cohesive across the spread. wrapping up the journal spread here by adding some boxes in. That's where I'm going to put in like my monthly stats, like how many pages I read, what type of book, and things like that. So yeah, I end up putting, just for an example to show you of how like the book collage layout is going to go. I had some leftover book covers that I will kind of place on here, just floating on here to show you what I plan on doing. But yeah, that is it for this spread. I hope you enjoyed making this with me. Let me know your thoughts on how this turned out. If there was anything you would do differently, let me know. I'm always wanting to learn and, always wanting to improve. So thanks so much for watching. Bye.